This is the Vali One from Wanbo, a compact projector that balances functionality and style and aims to become your home theater. In this video, I'll put it through its paces, examining its real-world image quality and how it performs in different environments. I'm going to dismantle its advantages, examine its limitations, and verify if its performance lives up to what was promised. And if you're thinking about purchasing a projector, this review will give you a clear and straightforward idea of whether it's right for you. Stay with me to see if the Vali One is the projector you're looking for. Let's watch the video. The Wanbo Vali One is another of those new projectors recently launched by the Wanbo brand, aimed at its customer base looking to upgrade or replace their old projector. Inside the box is a startup guide, the projector itself, and a small accessory box hidden within its body. The projector, as always, is well protected and lined and includes accessories such as a power cable, a Google-certified G10 Bluetooth remote control, and a spare activated carbon dust filter. The new Vali One comes with a rubber lens protector, and more than a projector, it's a designer piece that blends naturally into any modern space. Its elegant matte white appearance, gently curved edges, and 200-degree gimbal support make it a device you'll want to show off. It features an autofocus camera and a large triple-layered glass lens. The sides have vents and a sound outlet. Right on this side, there's a small magnetic cover that provides access for removing, cleaning, or replacing the dust filter. On the back, there's the power button, an LED indicator, a reset button, a headphone jack, an HDMI input, and a USB 2.0 input. The projector weighs about 2 kilos and its shape makes it very easy to handle. It also includes a 1/4-inch tripod nut, but since it has an angled base, it's practically unnecessary. Something I liked is that the power plug isn't located on the projector's body, but on the base of the gimbal. This allows you to rotate the projector to its full extent, eliminating the possibility of stretching or breaking the power cord. Like all Wanbo projectors, it's built with the same quality materials and strong ABS plastic. Although it's not as easy to completely disassemble, I still decided to remove the back cover to get a better look at its innards. Inside, you can see the main projection unit, where you can see the position of the speakers, one rear and one side, the ventilation system, and the main board. You can even see the location of the internal TV stick, which gives this projector its certification. I tried to remove the unit, but it was very tight, so I won't go into it for now. But now I know where to start if I ever need to repair a Vali One projector. The Vali One is a projector with all the guarantees of the Wanbo brand, which isn't exactly new to projectors. I really like its design as more than a technological device. It feels like part of a modern, clean, minimalist, and visually harmonious piece of furniture. It's also true that it doesn't have all the power or all the ports of the brand's best projectors, and that's precisely because it's designed at a more affordable price, so the average user can have a home theater. You can find it in the Wanbo store for $239, and right now it comes with a free gift bag. And you know, if you enter my discount coupon VALIJAVI in this field at the time of purchase, a small discount will be applied to you. It's a projector with a clean and attractive design that will look great in any modern living room, and it's not that expensive for what it offers. Plus, it has some very interesting specs like its 900 ANSI lumens, which we'll test out right away. As I mentioned, the Vali One doesn't have the plug on its body, but on this side of the gimbal base, which makes it much easier to rotate the projector to its maximum angle without bending the cable. After turning it on and adjusting the projection angle to your liking, we begin the configuration process, choosing the language and projection type. Since the image starts out of square, the Vali One will ask you to move it to automatically correct the image. And as you can see, it corrects it very well. The rest is just following the configuration wizard, connecting it to your Wi-Fi network, and entering a Google account to take advantage of all Android services. In the case of this Wanbo Vali One, I will test it throughout the video on a giant 150-inch screen because it is a projector which has a medium-high brightness, and I think it is enough to demand it. It integrates all the certified configuration options of a projector with Android TV 11 and whose management and control are already familiar to most of you. Although the Vali 1 doesn't aim to compete with professional-grade projectors, its 900 ANSI lumens of brightness is sufficient for enjoying content in controlled environments without losing detail. It also includes several picture modes to enhance viewing, which you can switch between clear and soft or customize by user. In addition, it has several sound modes and color temperature options for those seeking a softer balance in the saturation of the light tones emitted by the Vali 1, which better adjust the visual atmosphere of the images. I also noticed that a better focus has been achieved, with less aberrations in the corners, which is typical in most cheap projectors. And if I look closely at the corners, there is no gross blur, perhaps a somewhat slight blur, but very unnoticeable. And since it is a 900 lumens projector, even with some room light, I would say 50% you can see quite well. And in that regard, you can also give your opinion in the comments. How do you think it looks with some light? To clarify the brightness of this Vali 1 projector, I'll project a white image at 150 inches. I think for $240, it's a pretty convincing brightness. Although the brand claims 900 ANSI lumens, I think it's a bit less, and that's why I'm preparing a video on how this technical measurement of light is actually done. As for light leaks, I was very satisfied with this aspect because no light can sneak in when projecting a black image, and therefore you don't see those whitish spots that you see on other cheaper projectors that project gross light leaks. The Vali 1 has a fairly quiet ventilation system for its category and is below the threshold of discomfort in domestic environments. Several users agree that the noise is discreet and stable, even during extended sessions. For my part, I obtained measurements around 42 decibels, which is partly due to its 10 cm fan, which improves heat dissipation without the need to run at high speeds. The Wanbo Vali 1 offers sharp, well-balanced image quality thanks to its full HD 1080p resolution and its efficient optical system, which includes aspherical lenses. Aspherical, not spherical. The aspherical lenses correct optical aberrations, especially at the edges of the image, and allow for a more uniform and clear image across the entire projected surface. Furthermore, the sound of the Wanbo Vali 1 is a pleasant surprise. For a compact projector with its two integrated speakers in a 500 cubic centimeter acoustic cavity, it delivers 12 watts of hi-fi stereo output, achieving clear playback and an acceptable level of bass for this range. It's not a home theater system, but for small or medium-sized spaces, the Vali 1 fills the space with uniform sound without the need for external speakers. It also includes customized audio modes for movies, music, and games, which optimize the experience based on the content. And although it doesn't have a game mode, I'm going to explicitly measure the input lag of this Vali 1 with my input lag test instrument to see how it would fare when connected to a video game console. To do this, I simply connect it to the projector via HDMI and select the port. As you can see, the input lag of the Vali 1 is around 53 milliseconds, which is a normal measurement for mid-range projectors, so it will work well for casual and recreational gaming, but not necessarily competitive gaming. And since I know that if I don't do this comparison, I'm going to get a lot of hate, I'm going to put the Vali 1 in a small versus with its older brother, the Wanbo X5 Pro. But I'll do this just so you have a reference for brightness and quality. Because I think the X5 Pro is better, and that's obviously why it's more expensive, although not only because of that. Here they are projecting the same video with the full light in my living room, and it's still viewable in these poor conditions. If I turn off the lights, you can see the slight advantage in brightness for the Wanbo X5 Pro, but if I check the video quality, only the X5 Pro displays all resolution options, including 4K. So although both projectors are Android TV certified and Widevine L1 certified, there is a key difference that directly affects what we see when playing content. Only the X5 Pro decodes 4K, and therefore displays more quality options. The reason for this is that the X5 Pro includes a multimedia chip capable of decoding 4K video even though it projects it in 1080p. The Vali 1 on the other hand doesn't have that type of processing, and that's why YouTube doesn't offer higher resolutions. In other words, having Android TV and Widevine certification isn't enough. The actual decoding capacity depends on the hardware, and not all projectors offer that, only those that cost a little more. And this isn't about the LCD screen, but the processor that renders the video. The X5 Pro has the power to receive an upscale 4K content, while the Vali One only accepts what its hardware can handle, which is why there aren't any higher-end options. But I'm not saying the Vali One isn't worth it for that reason, as this is to be expected given its slightly lower price. The Vali One's full HD images are still very good, and almost indistinguishable from the Wanbo X5 Pros in many parts of the video. But decoding is an important detail to keep in mind. It can be seen that the Vali One is slightly less bright. According to Wanbo, the difference is 200 ANSI lumens in favor of the X5 Pro, and it is noticeable, although the difference isn't that much. In short, if you don't want to go over a budget of $240, 4K decoding shouldn't matter to you, since the projection will still be full HD. The Vali One is a projector that delivers what it promises, at a fair price. Its design and finishes make it look very professional, and I think it's an interesting option to consider when setting up your next cinema in your living room. After testing it in real-world conditions, it's clear that this projector offers a balanced offering for those looking for a compact solution with smart features and acceptable image quality for controlled spaces. While it has some limitations in memory, some brightness, or playback of 4K content, it manages to meet the essentials and is a good alternative for home, educational, or recreational use in moderately dark environments. If you're interested in seeing more comparisons, teardowns, and precise measurements like the ones I did here, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a single detail. Thanks for watching the full video. Help me and let's democratize technology. See you in the next video.